She texted, "At my mom's. Signal's bad here." Her mom was sitting right next to me at our dinner table. I texted back, "Give her my love." I showed her mother the real-time location sharing on my screen, and that's when everything stopped. I'm 36, been married for 8 years. We met in our mid-20s at a mutual friend's party, dated for 2 years, got married at City Hall with just close family present. Simple wedding, nothing fancy. She works in HR for a tech company. I'm in construction management. We've had our ups and downs like any couple, but I thought we were solid. I thought we were honest with each other. About 6 months ago, things started changing. Small things at first. She'd be on her phone more, smiling at texts she wouldn't share. When I'd ask who she was talking to, she'd say, "Just work," or "Just a friend from college." Fair enough, I figured. Everyone's entitled to their privacy. Then came the late nights at the office. 2-3 times a week she'd text saying she had to stay late for a project. I never questioned it because her job can be demanding, especially during performance review season or when they're hiring. I'd save her dinner, have it waiting when she got home around 9 or 10. But the real red flag was when she started going to her mom's place more often. Her mom lives about 40 minutes away and they've always been close, so weekly visits weren't unusual. What was unusual was the frequency suddenly jumping to 3-4 times a week, and she'd stay for hours. "Mom needs help with some stuff around the house," she'd explain. "I can come help," I'd offer. "No, it's fine. Girl stuff mostly. Organizing, cleaning out closets, that kind of thing." I didn't push it. Her mom's a widow, has been for about 5 years. If she needed help and wanted her daughter around, who was I to complain? Last Tuesday changed everything. Her mom called me in the morning, asked if I could help her move some furniture that afternoon. Heavy stuff she couldn't manage alone. "Sure, I can swing by after work. Around 6? Perfect. I'll make dinner. You can stay and eat." "Sounds great. Should I tell her to meet us there?" There was a pause. "Tell who?" "My wife, your daughter." "Oh, she's probably busy with work. Don't worry about it." Something in her tone felt off, but I let it go. I showed up at her mom's house at 6. We moved a dresser, an old desk, rearranged her living room. It took about an hour. Then she insisted I stay for dinner. She'd made pot roast, my favorite. We were sitting at the table, eating, talking about normal stuff, the weather, neighborhood gossip, my latest project at work. Around 7:30, my phone buzzed. Text from my wife. "Hey babe, at my mom's. Signal's bad here. Might be late getting home. Don't wait up." I stared at the message, read it twice. Her mom was literally sitting across from me, chewing pot roast. I looked up at her. She was watching me, fork halfway to her mouth. "Everything okay?" she asked. I turned my phone around, showed her the message. Her face went white. She put her fork down slowly. "What does that say?" "Says she's here, at your house. Says signal's bad." Her mom looked around her dining room like she was checking to make sure she hadn't somehow missed her daughter being there. "She's not here." "I know. She told you she's here?" "Yeah." We sat in silence for a moment. I could hear the clock ticking in the hallway. "How often does she tell you she's here?" her mom asked quietly. 3-4 times a week for the past few months? Her mom closed her eyes. "Oh, honey." I texted back, "Give her my love." Then I opened our location sharing. We'd set it up years ago for safety, so we always knew where the other was. I pulled up her current location. She wasn't at her mom's house. She wasn't anywhere near her mom's house. She was across town at an address I didn't recognize. I showed the screen to her mom. She looked at it for a long time. "Do you know where that is?" "No." "Do you want to go find out?" "Yeah, I really do." Her mom stood up. "I'm coming with you." Update 1. We took my truck. Her mom didn't say much during the drive, just gave me directions when I needed them. 40 minutes across town, into a neighborhood I'd never been to. Nice area, newer development, townhouses and condos. The GPS led us to a townhouse complex. Her location pin was stationary, had been for over an hour according to the timeline. "That one." her mom said, pointing to a unit with lights on in the windows. The one with the black car in the driveway. I recognized the black car. It belonged to a guy from her company. I'd met him once at a work function about a year ago. She'd introduced him as her colleague. They worked on some projects together. I parked across the street, sat there for a minute, trying to figure out what to do next. "You want me to go knock?" her mom asked. "No, I'll do it." "You sure?" "Yeah." I got out, walked up to the door. Her mom followed despite what I'd said. I guess she wanted to see this through. I knocked, waited. The door opened. The guy from the work function stood there, beer in hand, casual clothes. His face went from friendly to confused to oh shit in about 2 seconds. "Hey," I said. "Is my wife here?" He started to say something, stopped, started again. Her car's in your driveway. Her phone says she's in your house. So let me ask again. Is my wife here?" He stepped back. Behind him, I could see into the living room. She was there, sitting on the couch, wine glass in hand. She saw me and froze. "Hi," I said to her. "Bad signal at your mom's, huh?" She stood up fast, nearly dropped the wine glass. "What are you doing here?" "Your mom needed help moving furniture. She invited me for dinner." I stepped aside so she could see her mom standing behind me on the porch. "Funny thing, she was really surprised when you texted me saying you were at her house." My wife looked at her mom. Her mom looked back with this expression I'd never seen before. Disappointed, angry, sad all at once. "Mom, I can explain." "I don't want to hear it right now," her mom said quietly. "Get your things. You're coming with us." "I'm not. Get your things, or I will drag you out of this house myself." There was something in her mom's voice that ended the argument. My wife grabbed her purse, her phone, didn't say anything to the guy, just walked out past us to my truck. The guy started to say something. "Look, I didn't know—" "Yeah, you did," I said. "You met me at the company party last year. You knew she was married." "I'm sorry." "Save it." I walked back to my truck, got in. Her mom got in the passenger seat. My wife was already in the back. Nobody spoke for the first 10 minutes of the drive. Update 2. Finally, her mom turned around. "How long?" My wife was crying. 6 months. 6 months, her mom repeated. "You've been lying to both of us for 6 months. I didn't mean for it to happen. I don't care what you meant. You did it anyway. We were just talking at first. It wasn't—" "Don't," I said. "Don't do that. Don't minimize it. I'm not—" "You've been lying to me for 6 months. 3 or 4 times a week, you'd tell me you were at your mom's house, using your mom as an alibi. Do you understand how messed up that is?" She didn't answer, just cried harder. "And the late nights at work? Was that him too?" "Some of them. Not all of them." Jesus Christ. Her mom turned back around. "Take me home first, then you two can figure this out." I dropped her mom off at her house. She got out, leaned back in through the passenger window. "You call me tomorrow. We need to talk." "Okay, Mom." "Not you," her mom said, looking at me. "You call me. I want to make sure you're okay." "I will." She went inside. I drove home in silence. My wife cried in the back seat the whole way. When we got home, she tried to talk. "Can we please just—" "No, I need to think. You can sleep in the guest room tonight. Please don't shut me out. You don't get to ask me for anything right now. Guest room, now." She went. I locked our bedroom door, sat on the bed, and tried to process what had just happened. My phone buzzed around midnight. Text from her. "I'm sorry. I know that doesn't fix anything, but I am sorry." I didn't respond. Update 3. The next morning, I got up early, got ready for work like normal. She was already in the kitchen when I came down. Looked like she hadn't slept. "Can we talk?" she asked. "Not right now. I have to get to work." "When?" "I don't know. When I'm ready." "Are you going to divorce me?" I stopped, looked at her. "I don't know. Maybe. Probably. I haven't decided yet." "Please don't." "I made a mistake. But we can work through this. A mistake is forgetting to pick up milk. This was 6 months of deliberate lying. That's not a mistake. That's a choice you made over and over again. I know. Do you? Because you're already trying to minimize it, calling it a mistake like it was some one-time thing. It wasn't. You built a whole second life and used your mom as cover. That's calculated. She started crying again. I left. At work, I couldn't focus. My crew probably noticed, but nobody said anything. Around lunch, her mom called. How are you doing? I'm managing. Have you two talked? Brief conversation this morning. She wants to work through it. What do you want? I want to go back to yesterday when I still trusted her. Her mom sighed. I'm so sorry, I had no idea she was using me like that. If I'd known, it's not your fault. She's my daughter. I raised her better than this. People make their own choices. Have you thought about what you're going to do? Not really. It's only been like 12 hours. I'm still trying to process it. You know you don't owe her anything, right? If you want to leave, you can leave. Nobody would blame you. I know. But if you want to try to work through it, I'll support that too. Whatever you decide, I'm on your side. Thanks. That means a lot. I mean it. You're family. You'll always be family, no matter what happens with her. We talked for a few more minutes, then I had to get back to work. Spent the rest of the day in a fog. When I got home that evening, she'd made dinner. Set the table, opened wine, the whole thing. I thought we could eat together, she said, and talk. I'm not hungry. Please, just sit with me for a few minutes. I sat. Didn't touch the food. I ended it, she said. I called him this morning, told him it was over, that it was a mistake. He understood. Good for you. I want to fix this. I want to fix us. I don't know if you can. Let me try, please. Why should I? Because 8 years should count for something. Because we built a life together. Because I love you. Did you love me when you were lying to me? When you were at his place while I was eating reheated dinner alone? She didn't answer. That's what I thought. Update 4. Over the next week, we existed in the same house but barely spoke. She tried to initiate conversations. I shut them down. I was sleeping in the guest room, spending more time at work, avoiding being home. Her mom called every couple of days to check on me. We'd talk for a while, and honestly, those conversations were the only thing keeping me sane. Have you thought about counseling? She asked one day. I don't know if I want to save the marriage. That's fair. But even if you don't, counseling might help you process everything. Figure out what you want to do next. Maybe. I talked to her yesterday. She's a mess. Good. I know you're angry. I'm beyond angry. I don't even know what I am. Betrayed, humiliated, stupid for not seeing it sooner. You're not stupid. You trusted her. That's not stupid. That's what you're supposed to do in a marriage. And look where it got me. 10 days after finding out, I came home to find her mom in my living room. My wife had apparently called her, asked her to come over. What's going on? I asked. She wants to talk to both of us, her mom said, together. My wife came out of the kitchen. She'd been crying again, looked like hell. I need to say something, she started, to both of you, and I need you to just listen, okay? I sat down on the couch. Her mom sat next to me. My wife stood in front of us, wringing her hands. I know I've said I'm sorry, but I don't think you understand how sorry I am. What I did was unforgivable. I lied to both of you. I betrayed the trust of the two people who mean the most to me in the world. She paused, took a breath. I've been trying to figure out why I did it. Why I would risk everything for what? Some guy from work? And I think it's because I felt invisible. In our marriage, in my job, in my life. I felt like I was just going through the motions, and then this guy paid attention to me, made me feel seen, and I latched onto that. That's not an excuse, I said. I know, it's not. It's just an explanation. And it doesn't matter anyway because what I did was wrong. no matter why I did it. So why are you telling us this? Her mom asked. Because I want you to understand that this wasn't about either of you not being enough. This was about me being broken in some way I didn't recognize until it was too late. Too late, I repeated. It's too late because you got caught. If I hadn't been at your mom's house that night, if I hadn't seen that text, you'd still be lying to me right now. Maybe, probably, I don't know. That's not reassuring. I know. We sat in silence for a minute. Then her mom spoke up. I love you, she said to my wife. You're my daughter and I'll always love you. But I'm ashamed of you right now. What you did to him, what you did to me, using me as cover for your affair. That's not the person I raised. That's not the person I thought you were. My wife started sobbing. I know, Mom. I know. I don't know if you two can fix this. I don't know if you should even try. But I do know that if you're going to move forward, together or separately, you both need to be honest about what you want. She stood up, looked at me. You're a good man. You deserve better than what she gave you. Whatever you decide, I'll support you. Then she left. Just walked out. Left us there together. Update 5. That night, we finally talked. Really talked, for the first time since I'd found out. Do you love him? I asked. No. I didn't even like him that much. He was just available and attentive and different from our routine. So I bored you. No, that's not what I'm saying. I bored me. I felt stuck in my own life, and instead of talking to you about it, instead of trying to fix things with us, I looked for an escape. And you found one. Yeah. For 6 months. Yeah. And you would have kept going if I hadn't caught you. She didn't answer, which was answer enough. I think we should separate, I said. Not divorce right away, but separate. Give me space to figure out if this is something I can ever get past. Okay. You can stay with your mom for a while, or get your own place. I don't care, but I need you out of this house. Okay. And I want access to your phone, full access. If we're going to have any chance of rebuilding trust, you can't have any secrets. Okay. And therapy. You need individual therapy, I need individual therapy. And if we decide to try to work on this, we need couples therapy. Okay. Stop saying okay like it's easy. None of this is easy. This is going to be hard and painful, and maybe it won't even work in the end. I know. But I'll do whatever it takes. We'll see. She moved out 2 days later, packed her stuff, most of it anyway, and went to stay with her mom. I changed the locks, changed passwords, changed everything I needed to change. The house felt empty, but it also felt peaceful in a way it hadn't in months. Final update. It's been 4 months since that night. 4 months of therapy. Hers, mine, eventually ours. 4 months of hard conversations and broken trust and trying to figure out if there's anything left worth saving. The answer I've come to is, I don't know yet. She's done everything I asked. Full phone access, therapy twice a week, complete honesty about where she is and who she's with. She quit her job, found a new one at a different company so she wouldn't have to see him every day. She's been trying, genuinely trying, to make amends. But here's the thing, nobody tells you about infidelity. The trust doesn't just come back. You don't just decide to forgive someone and then everything's fine. Every time she's late coming home, every time her phone buzzes, every time she's vague about her plans, that doubt creeps back in. I was at the grocery store. Prove it. I went to lunch with a friend. Which friend? Where? Show me the receipt. I hate who I've become. I hate that I question everything, that I check her location constantly, that I can't relax when she's not where she says she's going to be. She hates it too. I can see it on her face when I ask her to prove something, when I check her phone, when I ask for details about her day. She's trying to be patient, to understand that this is the consequence of her choices, but I can see the frustration building. Last week, we had a session with our couple's therapist. She asked us both the same question. Do you want this marriage to survive? My wife answered immediately. Yes, absolutely. I took longer. I want it to survive, but I don't know if it can. What would it take for you to feel like it could? The therapist asked. Time, I guess, and consistency. I need to see that she's the person she says she is now, not the person she was for those 6 months. How much time? I don't know. A year? 2 years? Maybe forever? That's not fair to either of you. You can't keep her in limbo forever. I know, but I also can't force myself to trust her before I'm ready. We left that session without any resolution, just more questions. Her mom still calls me every week. We have lunch sometimes, just the two of us. She tells me she's proud of me for trying, but she also tells me I don't have to try if I don't want to. You gave her 8 years of faithfulness and honesty, she said last time we met. She gave you 6 months of lies. You don't owe her anything more. But what if we can fix it? What if you can't? How many more years do you want to spend wondering if she's telling the truth? I don't have an answer to that. My wife asked me last night if we could have dinner together, at home, at our house. She's been staying at her own apartment, got a place about 20 minutes away after a month at her mom's. Just dinner, she said. No pressure, no expectations, just eating a meal together. I agreed. She came over, brought groceries, cooked in our kitchen like she used to. We ate at the table, talked about neutral things, work, the weather, a movie she'd seen. It almost felt normal. After dinner, she helped clean up. We stood at the sink together, washing dishes, and for a moment it felt like maybe we could get back to something that resembled our old life. Then her phone buzzed on the counter. She went to check it, and I felt that familiar spike of anxiety. Who's texting her? Why? What's she hiding this time? She saw my face, saw the suspicion, and her shoulders slumped. It's my mom, asking if dinner went okay. She showed me the phone. It was her mom. I'm sorry, I said. I know, it's okay. But it's not okay. That's the problem. It might never be okay again. I'm 36, separated from my wife, and trying to figure out if I'm staying in this marriage because I want to, or because I'm afraid of what happens if I leave. If I can't trust her, does it matter how sorry she is? Does it matter that she's trying? Does it matter that I still love her, somewhere under all this hurt and anger? I don't know. I really don't know. What I do know is that trust, once broken, doesn't heal clean. It heals crooked, with scars that ache when the weather changes. And I'm starting to think that maybe some things, once broken, aren't meant to be fixed. Maybe they're just meant to teach you what you won't accept the next time around. But I'm not there yet. Not quite ready to make that final call. So for now, I'm just existing in this space between married and divorced, between trying and giving up, between love and self-preservation. Maybe that's the answer I'll eventually land on, that sometimes you can love someone and still choose to leave. That staying isn't always strength, and leaving isn't always weakness. Or maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe in a year, 2 years, 5 years, I'll look back and see that this was just the hard middle part of our story, not the ending. I don't know. And that uncertainty might be the most honest thing I can say about any of this.